Hey everyone, welcome back to another Better Call Saul reaction. Today I will be reacting to Season 3, Episode 5. In the last episode, we had a couple of really interesting developments. It looks like Gus has persuaded or arranged for Hector into demanding that Gus use his Los Pollos Hermanos trucks to distribute the product. And with Jimmy over on Jimmy's side, it looks like Jimmy is going to be working with Kim, or Kim will be defending him against Chuck. So that will be really interesting. At the end of the last episode, I think Kim got Chuck to confess that he had a second tape. Or a second recording. So I'm wondering, Kim was actually recording that whole incident. I'm really excited to find out, so let's move forward. Before we do that, if you're enjoying this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. And we have a Patreon, which offers early access to all of our full unedited reactions. Oh, a John Deere. These teasers are sometimes so obscure.
On the phone.
We have to get in your attic.
For what?
Oh, the hookup. Plus, you really can't use it if I don't do it.
When you're done here, would you get some more lamps in the garage?
We're almost there. Good. What do you think? On, off.
I think off.
Right. Yeah, off it is.
You sure this is the right play? The bigger the lie, the harder it can be to dig out.
Oh,
I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
I wonder what's going on. Must be a flashback. We still haven't found out about Chuck's wife, Rebecca. I wonder if we get some more backstory into that at some point. Looks like he was a good cook.
It's open!
Oh, speak of the devil. There's Rebecca, I think.
Rebecca, love me.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Hey, what's with the candles?
And the afternoon I've had. Then, boom, power goes down. To make a long story short, those bozos at PNM mixed up my payment. They say they'll have it on again by tomorrow.
So what do? Go to a restaurant?
That sounds better.
You know, dinner's almost ready. How about we just rough it?
Why not? It'll be fun. We'll do an haute cuisine campout.
I've never heard of that.
Cheers to the Galloping Gourmet.
Jimmy's got a great way of phrasing things.
No, Jimmy. You don't
Well,
have
least
to.
I can do is the dish.
Thanks, Jimmy. I'm so sorry about the lights.
That's nice. Atmospheric. I still can't get over Jimmy being a lawyer.
Neither can I.
I mean, a real responsible citizen. I mean, who would have thought?
That sounds kind of condescending.
This place is the same. I mean, I would have thought you'd change things up, move things around.
I wonder if she left him and they're maybe just reuniting.
What's after Asia? Any plans for a stateside?
Oh, hopefully next year, maybe a residency. I miss having one place to hang my hat. I'm sorry.
The phones are annoying.
Oh, it's my conductor. Hi, Andre. No, I'm just at dinner. What's up? I know that they're coming in late on bar 16.
Oh,
Can you hold on a second? Let me just get a pen. Yeah, no,
is Chuck having a stroke or something?
Yeah, we can do whatever you need.
Oh, this is the start of his condition. Oh, wow.
Well, do you want me to rehearse the cello separately?
Rebecca.
That's fine. Yeah. Oh. Chuck, what the hell? Andre? What is your problem?
Say something.
It is incredibly bad manners to answer a cell phone in company.
Oh, no, Chuck. You don't want to say that.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you felt that way.
I may have overreacted. That was very abrupt.
So this is where it all started.
Thank you for a lovely dinner, but I should be getting back to the hotel.
You can't let her leave like this. Just tell her what's going on.
No.
She'll understand. Would you rather she think you're a raging prick than know the truth?
No. You will not tell her.
Chuck has to do that himself.
I dropped the phone.
So it looks like Chuck, that was either the start of Chuck's issues and potentially the reason Rebecca left him, Or maybe it happened earlier because he and Jimmy were talking about the fact that they have to possibly tell Rebecca.
Jesus, what are you doing, man? There's barely any oxygen in that bag. You're suffocating her.
Oh, this is the vet.
Oh, yeah, see, now I can see the lipstick.
I'm guessing our friend didn't refer you to me to get ichthyological advice.
I'm looking for someone with a light touch, highly skilled, high-end, discreet. I got just a guy then.
So I assume Jimmy's going to steal the tape, or somebody's going to steal the tape, the second tape, but I'm not sure.
Just a bad swing.
Doesn't look like things are going well for Kim.
Great job, Miss Wexler. Very refreshing.
Thank you, sir.
Dinner's on me.
Kim, I knew you were good, but I didn't know you were this good.
I'm glad you're happy.
I hope you realize this means a whole lot of work coming your way.
Well, that's good.
That's great.
Well, you don't sound like it's great.
There is something you need to hear. It's about your former attorney.
What about him?
Charles has been making some very ugly allegations about his brother.
Oh, should she be sharing this?
Allegations of what?
He believes Jimmy transposed the address numbers,
Transpose the numbers? How would he even do that?
photocopied and doctored them.
That's pretty baroque.
Baroque.
I think it could make some noise in public. I wanted to tell you this in the spirit of full disclosure. I thought it was better if you heard it from me.
Was that smart that she told them? I don't know.
If there's one thing I cannot abide, it's a man who won't own up to his mistakes. Not gonna screw me out of the best outside counsel I've ever had.
Good.
I'm so glad to hear that.
See you at 7.
This McGill thing, you're sure it's not going to be a problem?
Mesa Verde isn't involved in any way, shape, or form.
Then I'll see you tonight.
Okay, great. See you then.
No, Kim must feel better now. Although she does look a bit stressed still. Probably the whole problem with Jimmy.
Okay, this is it. We'll collect all cell phones and hold them for the duration of your testimony. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about the exit signs. It's code.
I appreciate all you're doing. Thank you.
How you feeling, Chuck?
I'll muddle through.
Maybe you don't need to testify at all.
No, I do. I'm the only person who can explain the context of that tape.
There's my testimony and the private eyes. Maybe there's no need to put you through the ringer like this.
This isn't about me or my health. This is about PR.
Your brother accessed documents that should have been secured at HHM.
Oh,
One of my jobs is to safeguard the firm's reputation.
ouch. Howard just kind of blamed Chuck there, low-key.
I'm not going to risk Jimmy getting a year's suspension. He deserves disbarment. Let justice be done, though the heavens fall.
Oh, Chuck would love to get Jimmy disbarred, but I don't see that happening.
I'm Robert Alley for the State Bar. The State Bar intends to prove the following violations of the ethical code. Engaging in conduct the lawyer knows is criminal. Committing a criminal act that reflects adversely on the lawyer's honesty or trustworthiness as a lawyer.
I love how they have the trial transposed with Jimmy and Kim getting ready for it.
Mr. McGill broke into his brother's home and destroyed an audio cassette of a conversation between himself and his brother, Charles McGill. The State Bar believes that once we have presented the facts, the disbarment is warranted for James McGill.
Oh, shoot.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now this is what I'm looking forward to.
We don't dispute. He broke into his brother's house, an act he regrets deeply. But there is another side to this story about two brothers whose relationship, after years of strain, finally broke.
Ooh.
James McGill is an asset to our legal community, and he should remain a full member of it in good standing.
Wow, nice speech.
Mr. Alley, call your witness.
I love the reflection in the clock here.
Jimmy demanded an audio cassette. He proceeded, with the help of an iron fireplace implement, pry from Charles's desk.
What happened after the defendant smashed this tape?
Mr. Brightbill and he and I were concerned that Jimmy might strike his brother. So that's when we stepped in.
Miss Wexler?
I love how it's Kim versus Howard here.
Known my client for how long exactly?
Nearly 10 years.
How did you come to know him?
His brother asked to hire him in the mailroom at our firm.
What was your opinion of him then?
He had a lot of get up and go.
You had a nickname for him, didn't you?
Charlie Hustle.
How'd you feel when you found out he'd become a lawyer?
Surprised.
Bootstrapped his way into a law degree while working in your mailroom. Did you consider taking him on as an associate?
The partners decided it would be best to avoid the appearance of nepotism.
Oh, sure, Howard.
Nepotism. Your firm is Hamlin, and McGill, right? Who's the other Hamlin?
No kidding. Good job, Kim.
My father.
That's nepotism at its finest.
Which partner was the most concerned?
Charles McGill.
So Jimmy's own brother blocked him.
Charles McGill is not the subject of this hearing.
Well, he kind of is, in a way.
Jimmy know his brother was the one that prevented you from hiring him?
He did not. He was hired by the firm of Davis and Main. I'd be happy to say more about that.
No, thank you.
No, I don't think so.
He brought his brother food, supplies, even his favorite newspapers. Isn't that right?
He did.
Could you speak to the terms of Charles's leave of absence?
You know I can't.
But you can confirm it was due to mental illness, correct?
This is not a competency hearing, Miss Wexler.
I have nothing further.
At this time, we ask that Charles McGill's recording be played.
Probative value of playing this exhibit is outweighed by how prejudicial it is.
We don't want to leave any question as to the intentions of both parties.
We need to know whether one lawyer attempted to tamper with another's evidence.
No. This is the backup recording.
What are you still doing here? Light's delayed. 40 minutes last I checked. Shit.
Whose flight?
The defense requests a moment to review, if we could.
All right.
What are we doing?
Oh.
Yes, my brother has many admirable qualities. I admire him. I love my brother.
Yeah, sure.
Sanctimonious. He's a good person, but the law is too important. You right there, Howard?
Yes, it's the truth. I did it for Kim.
Oh, shit.
She earned it and she needs it. I did it to help her.
Uh-oh, this does not bode well for Jimmy.
Can we take all the shit down off the walls?
You do realize you just confessed to a felony?
Yes, but you feel better, right? It's your word against mine.
We need to make accommodations for your next witness.
Chuck.
The clerk is going to collect your cell phones, anything electrical.
Your phone, sir?
I left it in the car.
Is that true?
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, Hewell. Is that Hewell? Oh, it is. So Hewell was the guy was referred to by the vet.
Mr. McGill, I'll try to be brief. What I would like to hear about is this tape. What compelled you to make it?
I had a suspicion my brother had tampered with documents. I believe it was his hope that the tainted documents caused the client to turn to their previous attorney, Ms. Wexler.
Chuck's very well spoken.
I should note precisely what happened.
Objection.
I'm only stating that it happened.
Did you have any evidence?
My brother can be quite clever. Did an excellent job of covering his tracks.
The witness has admitted there's no corroborating evidence.
I'd like to hear what he has to say.
We'll extend you the same latitude on cross, Miss Wexler.
Recorded confession was my best bet, a foundation for a more ironclad case. I recorded my brother to build a case against him.
You do sound somewhat unhinged on the recording.
What you heard was theater.
Can we talk about your disease for a moment?
It is sometimes referred to as EHS. I describe it as an acute allergy to electromagnetism.
No doctor has ever diagnosed you.
AIDS was not identified properly until 1981.
I love his use of analogies.
These things take time to unravel, even for doctors.
Do you hate your brother?
Oh, wow.
Absolutely not. I love my brother.
Not sure about that.
He has a way of doing the worst things for reasons that sound almost noble.
That's an interesting way of describing it.
The law is too important to be toyed with. Your actions have consequences. And the way my brother treats the law, it breaks my heart.
The state bar rests.
Look at the smug look on his face. Oh, Rebecca. Oh, look at Chuck. Was not expecting that.
Might I have a moment to get a breath?
Oh, he looks pissed.
Did Jimmy subpoena you? You're not on the witness list.
No, I'm not here for that. Chuck, I wish you'd told me. I can't believe what you've been going through.
You're here to help because all this is so stressful for me. Is that what Jimmy told you? What exactly did he say?
Well, that you had been sick, allergic to electricity. He sent me pictures of the house. Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to upset you, but now you're here. And now you know.
I'm going to be in town for a few days. I would love to spend some time with you.
Please, I want you to stay.
Really? You don't seem happy to see me.
I am.
I'm just surprised.
Surprised, that's all.
Definitely didn't have that on his bingo card.
You've been sold a bill of goods, Rebecca. I want you to see what's what.
It's just not what I expected.
She seems too nice for Chuck.
You know, she's gonna hate you when this is over.
Yep.
I'd like to turn cross-examination over to my co-counsel, James McGill.
Oh. I didn't know that was legally doable.
I'd like to try and follow your story of why and how you recorded it.
Like the recorder, it must have hurt like hell for you to touch that.
There was a degree of discomfort, that's true.
Would you like to set the scene for the disciplinary committee? Tell them, what your house looked like at the time of the recording.
I covered most of the walls with foil scrim craft insulation. I also hung a number of space blankets.
All right, so shiny insulation.
Space blankets, it still sounds hilarious.
being inside of a disco ball.
That's a great description.
How did you know it would work?
What do you mean?
Why'd you think a bunch of shiny plastic would make me say anything? Isn't it because you knew that it was precisely that I'd say anything to talk you down?
Objection.
Okay, withdrawn. Every surface covered in tin.
Is he going to use the pictures that Mike took?
Usually it's a perfectly normal house.
Can I call your attention to Exhibit 9?
Oh, these are the pictures Mike took, I think.
This is your house, right?
Yes.
There's a camp stove. There's a lantern on top of newspapers.
That's a fire hazard, actually.
The panel has already ruled that Mr. McGill's mental health is not at issue.
State Bar opened the door to this on direct when the witness talked about his supposed play acting.
We discussed a physical allergy, not a mental disability.
Potato. In order to understand what I was thinking, you need to see Chuck through my eyes. My brother hates me. I lied to make him feel better. Which of us you believe depends on how we all understand the mind of Charles McGill.
We did promise the defense some leeway.
No, but he's taken way too much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
But watch yourself.
Oh, geez.
Talk about when these symptoms first started. It was shortly after you were divorced. Is that right?
Yes. My ex-wife and I are still on good terms.
When was the last time you two saw each other?
Objection.
I can't see what purpose this serves.
I'll tell you why my brother brought my ex-wife to this hearing. The last time I saw her, I covered up my illness. Great lengths to conceal that fact from her. I'm sorry I deceived you, Rebecca. Now Jimmy has outed me in front of you to rattle me.
Chuck's definitely got a great perception into Jimmy's mind.
Split me apart at the seams like a murderer confessing on an episode of Perry Mason. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Jimmy. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you'd had, lung cancer, would you have told Rebecca then?
Maybe, I might have.
So how is this different?
Mr. McGill, move it along.
I want to get down to brass tacks.
Brass tacks, that's from Breaking Bad.
What does it feel like?
There's a tightness in my chest, difficulty breathing, and pain.
That sounds like a stroke.
Does it hurt right now?
There's always some discomfort, yes. I can handle this fine.
What's Francesca up to?
Right, so with the lights out, you don't feel them.
If the current's not flowing, no.
Sorry about the exit signs.
Well, they're not drawing much current and they're far away.
The committee doesn't seem impressed.
Dumb that down a shade for me.
Oh!
The farther away it is, the stronger the source needs to be to have an effect.
So if I had a small battery safe and I got it close to you, close to your skin, you'd know.
I would feel it, yes.
Can you tell us where the nearest source is right now?
Jimmy, do you have something in your pocket?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact. My cell phone.
I knew he kept it.
Mr. McGill, you were warned to leave your electronics outside.
It's all right. May I? Just as I thought. There's no battery in here. You removed the battery. That's a sorry little trick, isn't it?
That was a great trick.
Dead to rights.
You've taken all the leeway you're getting, Mr. McGill. Wrap it up fast.
God, Jimmy. I feel this. It's not a quirk.
Oh, even the prosecution looks doubtful.
Could you reach into your breast pocket and tell me what's there?
Oh, he put a battery in his pocket? Oh, Huel did that. Oh my God. Oh, that was great.
A battery.
Please.
You recognize that man in back? You bumped into him in the stairway. He planted this fully charged battery on you over an hour and a half ago, and you felt nothing.
That's crazy.
I submit that Mr. McGill's mental illness is a non-issue. If he were schizophrenic, it wouldn't take away from the fact that the defendant...
I am not crazy!
Whoa.
I am not crazy.
This just got great.
I knew it was 12/16. I just couldn't prove it. You think this is bad. He's done worse. That's billboard. Are you telling me that a man just happens to fall like that? He orchestrated it. He defecated through a sunroof.
Ooh, I didn't need a reminder of that.
He'll never change. Couldn't keep his hands out of the cash drawer. Couldn't be precious Jimmy, stealing them blind. And he gets to be a lawyer? What a sick joke.
Wow.
And you have to stop him.
Oh no. Oh, Chuck. Oh no. Look at Rebecca. Oh no. Chuck just screwed himself so bad.
I apologize. I lost my train of thought.
Must have been the battery in his pocket.
Do you have anything else?
No, nothing further.
So I think Jimmy just proved Chuck's condition is is mostly mental, if not completely mental. Wow. Okay, that went really quickly. I wasn't quite as chatty or as vocal in that one as I usually am, because there was a lot of listening involved and careful attention. That was nonetheless an amazing episode. It looks like Jimmy, with Huel's help, and this is our introduction to Huel from Breaking Bad. With Huel's help, Jimmy planted a battery in Chuck's breast pocket, and Chuck did not know the battery was there the whole time. And I'm actually surprised that the committee allowed Jimmy so much leeway and didn't cut him off. So it looks like Jimmy basically proved, or at least made Chuck look like he was mentally unstable. And so it looks like Jimmy is going to win his case. I have no idea. I don't know if he will incur a suspension at all. Now, obviously we knew that Jimmy was not going to suffer disbarment. I'm not sure. To the lawyers out there, I have a question. If you are disbarred from the law, is that permanent disbarment, or do you have a chance after a set period of time to reapply? I'm not sure how that works. The reason I ask is because we know that Jimmy does retain his law license, so even if he was disbarred, I don't know if he would ever get it back. But I guess Jimmy, it looks like Jimmy has won his case. He may suffer a suspension. I'm not sure. The only way to find out is to get right to the next episode, and I'll see you guys very soon in that one.